What's up, everybody? I'm back with another tool deals video, and this is a very impromptu video. As you guys know, this is on super sale right now for $180. The listing is actually all wrong because it does come with all of this. You get a bag, you get a charger, okay? And it's a nice charger, a 6 amp big boy charger. You get a 6 amp hour flex volt battery, and you get this drill for $180. Okay, it might even be a little cheaper now, but $180, that's insane. Okay, insane. So I wanted to grab this just to play around with it to be able to speak about it competently when I'm comparing deals. And finally, the flex came in. You remember this was on sale for $100. Yes, you did see me struggle to tilt this thing up because it's that heavy. Yeah. This was $99. Came with a 5 amp hour battery, 2 amp hour battery, a rapid charger also, and a case. Okay. So that finally came in. I thought, let me compare these two to the other drills that I have. There's also a new kid on the block. This was on sale like over the summer, finally came. First of all, if you're wondering like, yeah, Chris, which one would you recommend off top? Which one would I recommend? The cheapest one. You can't go wrong with any of these drills. So first up, let's talk about the origin country of these drills. They're all made in China, okay? They're all made in China. But where were they designed? Bosch, Germany, Metabo, Germany, Metabo HPT, Japanese, Makita, Japanese. Sorry, I'm not trying to do an accent. Just I'm excited, right? DeWALT, American. Flex, American. Invisible Milwaukee, American. Okay? I noticed something. Amongst all these different, brands and stuff. So first off, I want to talk about the batteries real quick. 4 amp hour battery. Look how little that thing is. 4 amp hour battery, 8 amp hour battery. It's kind of small for an 8 amp hour battery, in my opinion. This is a 2.5 amp hour battery. It's humongous for a 2.5 amp hour battery. 4 amp hour battery on the Makita. It is smaller than Metabo HPT's 2.5 amp hour battery. Admittedly, though, this gets a pass because it's a 36 volt battery. So this is technically 5 amp hours on an 18 volt tool. So, that's fair, okay? That 5 amp hour battery is smaller than this Flex 5 amp hour battery. And then we have this 6 amp hour Flex Volt, okay? So Bosch does really good with their battery sizes and power. So does Metabo, in my opinion. This is an 8 amp hour battery with 21,700 cells, 21,700 cells. I don't know what the heck is in this. I would assume 21,700 cells, and I don't know what the heck is in this Flex either. Y'all let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk about ergonomics. That's the thing that I really want to talk about. This Bosch feels yummy in the hand. It does. It's yummy in the hand. It's not that heavy. We're going to weigh them all, but it's not that heavy. Yummy in the hand. We're going to come back to the sound. The Metabo feels okay in the hand. Heavy as crap. It does feel heavy. This battery is heavy. You could get a 4 amp hour battery, obviously. This is all I have is the 8, but this is heavy. That Bosch feels better. The Metabo HPT, also a little heavy, but feels good in the hand. We're going to do a sound test in a second. The Makita feels good in the hand. Pretty good. The Bosch feels the best. This feels pretty good in the hand. And the reason why you want a nice feeling tool is fatigue. The DeWALT, surprisingly, is light. It's the battery that's holding the DeWALT back. This is surprisingly light. It feels okay in the hand. You have an issue here where this digs into your finger a little bit. I don't like that. It's resting. The whole thing rests on your middle finger. I don't like that. And let's talk about fingers. So my middle finger gets leaned on a lot like that. I have an issue now with my knuckle and the inside, like the inner knuckle. It hurts, and sometimes it hurts here. Don't say I have arthritis, okay? Because I've been, sick for a few weeks now, and I haven't had to do anything. My hand's starting to feel better, but I want you guys to be aware of that, okay? This thing is powerful. It's probably the most torquey one out of all of them. Not the fastest by a long shot. Torquey this might be it. And then you have the flex. Also pretty darn heavy, and same deal with the finger. Now, if we had picked up a Milwaukee, it'd be the same thing with the finger. Why do Americans design their drills like that? This is short, and stuff, but we're gonna talk about that next. But I don't know. The ergonomics on the American ones suck compared to the Japanese and especially the German drills. Next thing I want to talk about is size. That flex is little, okay? The only other one that's close to this thing in size is the Makita. As you can see, the Makita is only slightly smaller, slightly shorter, but that flex is a really good size. This DeWALT is kind of long. The Metabo HPT is also kind of long. Oh my God. This is super long. But this is long for a reason. They do have a shorter one. This is long because of this trick. This removable chuck. And you can put a right angle on there. You can do whatever you want. And then the Bosch is a nice size. It's shorter than the Metabo HPT, and it's shorter than the DeWALT. The Milwaukee, if it was here, would probably be the shortest, then the Makita, then the Flex, and then you have the other ones. Now, let's talk about noise, and then we're going to weigh them. To register noise, we're going to put it on 2. We're going to put them all on the hammer setting. The reason I'm doing that is because for whatever reason on the DeWALT, the hammer setting is the fastest setting. So to keep all things the same, we're going to put them all on the hammer setting. So, all right, so we all set up 2 hammer setting. Let's go. Metabo. This has a 3-speed transmission. So it's on 3. And then you switch the hammer modes up here. Drill, and it's on hammer mode. Now the Metabo HPT. Makita. Now over to the DeWALT. And finally the Flex. And it also has a turbo mode, which is on. I could tell. Let's take turbo off. Do it again. I'll let you be the judge of what's louder, but I will say the Metabo is the quietest. Some of these have super high-pitched sounds. Not that. That's a nice, quiet, muted sound right there, and all the other ones was kind of screaming. So for the lightest drill, we have the Makita in the lead. Now, finally, let's talk about what makes each drill special. First up, the Bosch. Now, a couple things I like about the Bosch is the fact that you can change the modes here, the drill mode right here on its own switch. Okay, I hate it when they're on this same dial. It's all this twisting and turning. Now, here's the other thing that it can do. See this light down there? Has quite a few different modes. You see that flash? And you can turn the kickback on and off. It's off, now it's on. This can also, you see, has a Bluetooth little receptacle here. You can program this thing any kind of way you want. All types of settings that you can use and go into the app, and it will do what you want it to do. Now, let's say you want to do 60-degree angles. And so now, when you are tilting, you say, oh, it's yellow, it's getting close. Now green, boom. You're at that exact angle to make sure you get the perfect angle every time. That's the Bosch. Ooh, that's cool. Metabo. Okay, what can you do? First of all, I already showed you that you have a removable chuck, and now you have this hex input right here to kind of make it like a hammer impact driver, maybe. There you go. So you can do that. Also here, it has its own switch to change the modes. Now, if we go back over to Bosch, what were the modes? It has a drill mode, a screw mode to make sure you don't cam out on your screws, which is also a great feature I didn't talk about. But this just has hammer and screw, okay? Now this has a 3-speed transmission. 2, which is really hard to move. Oh my gosh, 1. Let's go back to 3. Now, what makes this thing special, in the 3rd speed, we have super high RPMs. And this is for when you're drilling into metal. Now let's look at some specs here. 1st speed, you have 0 to 450 RPM. 2nd speed, 0 to 2,000, which is good. 2,000 is where most of these are going to be at. A little 2,100. And then that 3rd, 4,000 RPM. 4,000. Okay? That fast. That real fast. Let me show you something else. All right, if you notice, even though this thing is super long, it didn't have that other little dial on here to rotate your, your torque settings. Well, that's down here, okay? And then you have your little drill mode also down there. Or maybe that's a screw mode because it's also up here too. But you have your little mode down there, and it just goes up to 10 different torque settings. But then you have this little 0 thing going on here. That's pulse mode to help you when you're trying to drill into wood or something like that and things start, or metal when it starts walking. This is what that does. Pulse mode. So the Metabo HPT, it is pretty much a regular drill. It has all of this stuff on up here. So that's your screw setting, that's your hammer. I don't quite like that. I like for it to be separate. But it does help shave down size a little bit. But here's the cool thing about this tool. This tool, being that it's 36 volts, can be plugged into the wall or ran off battery. So it can run off AC and DC, and that's quite impressive. We're going to come back and look at all the speeds last, and then that's it. Now moving on to the Makita. What does this thing do? Nice. Kind of everything. Doesn't have any hidden features. It's just a drill, but it's a good one that does everything good. That's it. Move on to the DeWALT. Yeah, let's talk about the hammer settings. It's the same thing as the Metabo HPT. It's all on this one dial here, and I don't like that. Now, let's talk about the DeWALT. 3-speed transmission. Okay, so it has 3 different speeds, and we look over here on the side, we'll see the 1st speed, also 0 to 450. It's like, okay. You matching the Metabo. Then the 2nd speed, 0 to 1,300. And it's like, okay, 1,300. That's not too bad. And then the 3rd speed with drill, 0 to 2,000. That was the Metabo's 2nd speed. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really understanding the purpose of the 3rd speed here. Okay, hand hammer mode, 0 to 500. 0 to 1,500 and 0 to 2,250. Okay. I don't think that 3rd transmission was necessary. They could have just did 1 and 2 and kept it shorter because that ain't make no sense. Now, another little cool thing, let's check the light. It has 3 different settings. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. That's pretty much it. The hammer mode's also on the same dial, and there's 11 torque settings, and there you go. All right, there's the DeWALT. Okay, cool. Moving on. Flex. This heavy little thing. It's little as crap, but like a whole pound heavier than the Makita, even though they're about the same size. You feel it too. It has its own setting. Here dial for the screw mode, which again, only the Bosch had that. Then drill. And then also your hammer mode, and then 24 torque settings. And it's very easy to turn. I don't know if you noticed when I tried to turn some of the other ones, it was just hard. So the Flex is very nice there. 2-speed transmission. And it's the little trick it has up its sleeve is turbo mode. Now we're going to go back and we're going to go through the RPMs, and then we're going to wrap it up because it's getting long. So we see here, lowest speed, 0 to 550. Up to 2,000, and then in turbo mode, 2,500 RPM. So faster than the DeWALT, and you can hear it when this thing is on. It screams. Probably gets very hot. check the Torque Test channel. And then they, look, tag the Torque Test channel, because I reached out to them and asked them if they want to test this Metabo. I want to see this Metabo go up all the other against the other ones. But, you know, they didn't respond, which is not like them. They usually respond pretty quick. Now, let's go to the Makita. We're going to look. 2100 RPM there, okay? The Metabo HPT, this is going to be down here. And this is 2100 RPM. Same thing for the Japanese here. We already saw that bad boy right there. And then the Bosch, 0 to 550 up to 2200 RPM. So again, with the Bosch, very, very good drill there. Okay. Well, I have to say, for a $300 drill, that was not very good. First of all, look at all the marks it left. It was worse than the CC. And I don't even know what was going on with that funny, crazy sounding noise. Dang. I'm way out of my return period, but I'm seeing if they take this back. And then down here, like, that was bad. Let's go get a Makita drill. We see that the Makita, I mean, the circles are less, the indentations are less obvious, but that is crazy that the impact wrench actually, that adapter actually did a better job than actual drills. That is so surprising. I didn't expect that. Let's move on to just driving some deck screws. There you have the Metabo. Let's use the Makita real quick and call it a day. It was a lot easier to drive it with the Metabo. Let's go get some other drills. Let's play a little game. Now, so far, I mean, out of the drills, the Metabo was the easiest to use. Surprisingly, the CC has been the easiest to use, even as a drill, but and as a driver. But again, we couldn't back that out. But let's go ahead and we're gonna try the Bosch. We're gonna try the Flex. We're gonna try the Metabo HPT. But so far, the Metabo has been the easiest to use. It's just that it's bigger. And that's kind of the problem. They got that big 8 amp hour battery. But let's go. Okay, so now I'm liking the Bosch the best. The Bosch also has a screw setting, which works better than the hammer drill setting or the drill setting. So all the other drills, they didn't have that screw setting. So I had to use the hammer drill setting, which was able to drive, but you could hear that grinding noise. But in the screw setting on the Bosch, it drove that thing perfect. So let's go ahead and lay this one down, because this is the king so far. The Metabo close second. So let's go ahead and use the Flex. Yeah, let's use this boy. Okay, so the Flex also has the screw, drill, and hammer setting. It did not like the screw setting. That was the screw setting on the last one. But it loves the hammer setting, and it drove that thing in very easy, buttery smooth, and it had a lot of power ready, where the other ones kind of, I don't know, like I could tell I was maxing them out, but it didn't feel like, it almost felt like an auto mode. These felt like the Bosch, the Makita, and the Metabo felt like if I pull the trigger all the way down, it's just going to automatically apply the proper pressure. Not that it couldn't go harder if it wanted to, but it knew like that's what it needs. This, on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like I could just, you saw I sped up at certain points. It was just ready to go. It just felt like it didn't have that automatic technology in there, and you just were in full manual, full-blown control. So let's try the Metabo HPT, and then we're done. Now, this is the more basic drill of the bunch. It doesn't have anything special going on with it. No extra special dials. Everything is on this dial here, so we'll see how it performs. Well, it performed well. And one thing I want to add, if you notice some of them, the Metabo and I think the Makita, when I was driving it, sometimes the boards would separate, and that's why I had my hands on them. But the Flex, I want to say the Bosch too, and the Metabo HPT didn't have that issue. It just drove it smoothly on through, and that was that. So that's it. Which one would I recommend? Again, the cheapest one, unless you need, if you like that pulse mode and and that high speed from the Metabo, you can go that route. If you like the angles, trick, and all that customizable features of the Bosch, you can go with that. If you like the fact that this Metabo HPT can be ran off AC as well as DC, you'll need the adapter, but it can do it. This is a 36-volt version and it has a lifetime warranty. Go with that. If you want just good all-around drill, Makita, I mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't recommend that if I'm being honest, unless you found it for $40 like we did last year. That's different. The DeWALT, it's powerful. The Torque Test channel proved it, but I don't think any of these other ones have been on there. I think they might have had the Flex, and the Bosch was also very good. I don't know, though. So it's cheap, though. You're getting a lot for your money right now. If you needed a flex volt battery and you wanted that big charger and you wanted a nice drill, go with the DeWALT. Flex, this thing is still like $120, I think, right now for the whole kit. The 2 batteries, the drill. If you don't mind the weight, even though it's small as I don't know what, you can go with the Flex. And let's go ahead real quick while we're talking about this. I'm going to show the case that it comes in, and then we're done. So real quick, this is the Flex case that the drill comes in, and these hinges right here are excellent. I love them. I don't normally like the stainless steel ones because they can get messed up, but these look to be super. Those look like they could pop out, but I don't know. It would take a lot of effort. So here's everything inside. You have your charger, which I made another video real quick talking about this charger, how it advertises fast charger, 160 watts. Check this out. This little Metabo HPT charger that has a little USB function, one it'll charge your other devices. You can also just pop the battery in there, not be plugged into anything, turn this on, light is on, and it will still charge your other devices, okay? That Flex ain't doing that. And then this Robert charger over there, 160 watts, look, 195 watts. This is faster, it charges faster, it has a built-in fan. So does the Flex, but this is faster and it does more. Anyway, I want to show you guys how well it fits in there. There's these rubber bumpers that hold the drill in place. Very nice. This is going to flop around a little bit. This is made for 5 amp hour batteries. But yeah, then the charger in there. Just a well thought out case in these rubber bumpers. Metabo doesn't do that. Metabo is horrible with the case. Their tools just flop around their case. Metabo HPT is better, but there are no like rubber stoppers or anything. But Metabo HPT makes good cases. Flex makes the best cases I've ever seen in my life. So I just wanted to talk about that. And that is it for today's video. took a long time, and I was just supposed to say a few words. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. Let me know your experience with any of these drills. Let's talk about it in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, video is over, and I'm putting everything up, and I just want to say that this was a real pain in the butt to get off, and it was a pain in the butt to get on. That's why I didn't want to take the one off on the flex, but the flex fell off real easily. So now, like, you had to loosen this up, and I had to use both hands to wiggle it off. Not good experience. Let's check it out on the Makita. Let's do it for all of them. And twist it. Oh, the Makita gonna be easy. Oh, bam, bam, off. Try the Metabo. That one just screws into a hole. Super long. You just gotta unscrew it. There you go. Bam, out. Let's try the Metabo. This is the new kid on the block. Untwist that. There's ratchet in there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And the Bosch. Ugh. Okay, that wasn't hard either. This, I want to show you the DeWALT. I'm going to put it back on and show you again. So I took all those others off. It took literally 60 seconds. I'm going to have to put this between my legs. Nope, I'm going to do it the way I did the other ones. Just unscrew it. Okay, see, it should be able to come off by now. This part is spinning now. So let me yank on it and pull it even more. This thing is almost coming out. Let me just show you guys, I'm not exaggerating here. Look how far loose this is. Ah, that was ridiculous. That almost took a minute. Jeez Louise. Nope, nope, and nope.